Hi, Your Excellency. It's great to see you.
Great to see you. Keller, how are you doing?
Good. We really appreciate you being part of this launch announcement. We're very proud to have you, and this is still very early days in a major technological transformation that's happening globally. I think you're one of the people who's inspired us on that front. Continue to be bold and dream big and think about, okay, well, if we achieve this, and this is now table stakes, what could this look like in 5 years? What could this look like in 10 years?
The growth and the value of this partnership more or less speaks for itself.
Maybe today it looks obvious, but I don't think it looked obvious in 2016 when you first bet on us.
For sure not.
When we originally launched in Rwanda in 2016, we were a team of 15 nerds, and all of the experts we spoke to told us that this idea wasn't going to work. You were really the first person who bet on Zipline as a team and on this idea. Why did you do that?
If we look at even our history and where we have come from, it has been that of a lot of difficulties, but we also understand we have to do things and move on. So much as it looked difficult from the beginning, doing what we did together, we thought we needed to try. And we are looking at three things really coming together. It's about people, it's about technology, it's about the innovations in between to make things work, to improve people's lives, if you will.
And I remember sitting with you at our first distribution center in Muhanga in 2016. At that time, we started by just trying to deliver blood to 21 different hospitals in the country. And I remember you spent a whole hour with us and were emphasizing that you thought, one day this would be delivering all medical products, not just to hospitals and health facilities, but also directly to homes. As the system has expanded over the last 7 years to not just to basically exactly what you said, all medical products to every hospital and health facility in the country. Did that always seem obvious to you, or did you find it surprising to see the system scale in the way that it did?
So it wasn't very obvious, but we just believed in the idea itself and that of trying as well. The beauty of it, the moment you make one step forward and you see there is progress, then you even want to do more every time, at every stage. I was always convinced, much as I wasn't necessarily sure that something good can come out of it.
It's funny. I've not heard that distinction before, but I think that's a perfect description of how I felt as well. Not sure that it would work, but convinced that we had to try.
Yeah. And one can use this particular case of our partnership, Zipline and Rwanda, as a case in point of transformation, of economic prosperity that changes people's lives for the better. What matters is the scale now.
I remember when we originally launched in Rwanda in 2016, we were doing somewhere between 5 and 10 flights per day from our first distribution center. Today, Zipline's busiest distribution centers in the world are in Rwanda. Some of them are now doing 350 flights in a day.
Wow,
So
that's really good. Yeah.
When we think about where this goes from here, I'm curious, if you, especially focusing on this next generation product, what do you think that will enable in terms of healthcare access and economic growth?
A lot. It now starts getting into other very profitable and productive areas of even e-commerce. Somebody sitting here says, I need this. The product is just at the doorstep. And then people getting involved with that, those behind the technology itself, but also those playing into the market, saving time and money and everything else. Universal access to delivery is responding to the needs. If we believe we can change things and move as fast as we can to where others are is serving well society. That's what people really want.
Well, thank you again for joining us, Your Excellency. I guess one last question.
Yeah.
Are you going to let us add your house as one of the first delivery sites as we launch this new product at the end of this year?
Let's make it the first.
That's great.